Welcome to my new channel, Polish Productions, where I'll be going over tips and tricks for music production, mixing and mastering, and looking at a few hardware and software products related to music. Before we start today's video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up to support the channel. Alright, let's get to the fun stuff. In today's video, I'll be unboxing the Universal Audio Apollo X4 Heritage Edition audio interface. The Heritage Edition is the same as the non-Heritage Edition X4, with the exception that this one comes with more plugins from Universal Audio like their updated LA2A compressor, their V76 compressor collection, their pure plate reverb, and other cool plugins. The price difference is a few $100s for the Heritage Edition X4, but it's much cheaper than buying their plugins separately off of their website. So for me, and what I'm using them for, it's a good value. Now, as I struggle to open this box here, one thing I have to say is Universal Audio does a great job with packaging their products. Their products are already extremely high quality, but even the packaging is really, really nice. As you can see here, the branding, the clean white box, it's really a nice experience that they put together. Now, as we open the box here and unveil the audio interface, I just gotta say that this is a huge upgrade for me. I'm coming from a 10-year-old Steinberg $100 interface that lasted me to this point, but I feel like it was due for an upgrade, and I'm glad I got the X4. By the way, it's pretty heavy for an interface compared to the cheaper ones out there. So in the box, you have the interface, you have a getting started card where you register your products. Under that, they provide with some additional cables, and by additional cables I mean the power cable. They don't provide the amount of times that this box just drops on me, it's insane. You can make a drinking game out of it. But yeah, they just include the power cable and the power adapter that plugs into the interface and then on the other side into the electrical socket. But they don't provide a Thunderbolt cable, and you need a Thunderbolt 3 cable here to connect to your laptop. I'm using a MacBook, so it's going straight from the interface into my MacBook. But yeah, out of the box, you can't really use the device. You have to order a cable either from Amazon or Apple. Just make sure it's a Thunderbolt cable so everything works. Can't believe they can't include a $50 cable for a multi-$1,000 device, but I guess that's the way it is. So here in this little box, they provide the power adapter that bridges the gap between the interface and the electrical socket and the wall. Now, I wouldn't recommend connecting this directly into the wall. It's good to connect this either through a surge protector or power conditioner to protect it. And the cool minor detail about the power plug is it actually locks into the interface, so you can't yank it out if you trip over it. Now, this is probably my favorite part of buying any new product. And don't forget to leave fingerprints all over new things when you get them. Ugh. Anyways, it's a nice color, the X4. It's very similar to my MacBook. It's made of metal, not plastic, which is great. Feels cold to the touch right now, but gets quite warm when it's on. At the front, you have 2 high Z inputs for your guitars, which is great, and 2 separate headphone jacks, which is awesome if you're a producer working with a vocalist. At the back, let me just flip this around. So at the back, you have 4 unison mic preamps. You have your monitor line outs and 4 other line outs, as well as optical in and outs, so you can expand how many things you can connect to this device. Now, again, put everything upside down. So this is the X4. So far, I was able to read about it online, and I've only used it for about a week or two now, but I'd say it's been a great improvement over what I've had before. And with all Universal Audio interfaces, whether it's the desktop Apollos or the rack mounts, you get access to their Universal Audio plugin library, which is some of the best in the music industry. And already I've used some of the compressors and the Pultec EQ, and it's great on vocals, guitars, drum buses. It's amazing plugins. In terms of what I'm using this for, primarily I'm recording vocals on it. I have an old piano keyboard that I'm running through it as well, a guitar, and one, I guess, empty unison preamp for now. And when I say unison preamp, by the way, it means that Universal Audio Apollos can model vintage preamps to give it a cool sound. But we'll talk about that later. And on the front panel, you have a talkback button, a low cut switch, dim button. You have your phantom power, your pad button, phase switch, mono, mute, as well as a preamp and a monitor button. So this is my first impression of the Apollo X4, and I'll be uploading a review soon. If you liked the video today, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. In the review, let me know what you guys want to see. Is it the plugins? Is it a comparison between this interface and my old one? A comparison between the different preamp emulations? Let me know in the comments below.